Today I'm illustrating a children's book. Hi everyone, Steve Elliott here again. I'm working on the children's book today. The first painting was okay. Loved the style with the oil paint. Thought that was really cool. Thanks for the feedback, everybody, by the way. It's much appreciated. Helps out a lot. I'll sort of decide where we're going with it. And this is, I'm not painting the pictures in any particular order as they would appear in the book. I've got a sort of a crib sheet, I suppose, or a plan of the story laid out with the drawings that Charlotte wants for these images. But I'm just picking them out in the way I fancy. I fancy doing that one today, so I'll have a go at that. And this one was, the brief was a valley between two hills and a pink sunset. So that's all I've got to go on. So I thought, okay, let's have some nice bright colours. I thought I had a couple of goes at this till I came up with something that I liked, and I thought a bridge would be quite cool to sort of amble across, because it is in a kingdom. This story is set in a kingdom. I don't know what I'm doing there with the sky. I really don't. You see, it's on a different layer, so I could mess around with it. And I was just trying different ideas, because I wasn't really sure where I was going. I wanted the hills to stand out, but I still wanted this sort of bright, I'd got to get this bright pink sunset in. And that is definitely not the sky I finished with. Unfortunately there, I didn't manage to record a sizable chunk of the painting. So you can see we sort of zoomed on a bit, and we've now got the bridge partially painted. It's just the first stage of the painting, so I guess you've not really missed too much. It's just when I'm sort of blocking it out. And I decided I wanted it a little bit bigger. So instead of resizing it, I decided to paint it in. And I'm sort of messing around and experimenting with warm blues with, purples and things to sort of get the reflections in and sort of capture that pink cast to the sky. But at the same time, using nice light colours as well, the creams and things to sort of bounce off that for the bridge. And I just had fun here, just sort of working out how I was going to do the brickwork or the stonework. This is a stone bridge, not a brick bridge. And I was just messing about, painting in stones and things because, it's new to me. I've not done this before, so it's a bit of an experiment, and I'm learning as I'm going. So I was trying different things to keep it like an oil painting, but also like a children's illustration. It's on a square format. Now, every single image is going to be square. And the reason I've left this rough edge around this particular painting is because this is going to be one of 3 images on a page. And she wants them laid out sort of one to the top right, then middle left, and then bottom right with text, which is obviously the story that appears in the white space. So I thought one way of sort of separating the 3 images would be to have a nice sort of rough painted edge. So that's what I'm trying here. If it doesn't work, we can crop it. But that's why I've not gone right to the very edge of the canvas on this one. So I'm sort of liking the foreground and the tree and everything. I'm liking all of that, but I'm not at this point still feeling the sky. And I think that I'm going to have to do something with that in a bit. It doesn't look as bad as I remembered it. I did have to change it. And then I felt those trees were too bold, and they didn't look in the distance enough. So I sort of softened them off. The mid-range trees, I softened them off because they were just too dominant in the whole of the painting. And then I tried to sort of work on the texture of the bridge and put that in shadow a little bit. And then I'm working on the distant hill and put in some blues. And I try and pick the pink up and reflect that into the hill as well. And as you can see here now, I thought, right, the sky's got to go. Let's try just horizontal lines. And this is the one that I actually settled on. And then I tried some blending and I didn't like that. That had to go. I just trying to reflect that light onto the hillside. And I just deleted the layer in the end. I wasn't feeling it. I was much happier capturing the paint and smearing it rather than kind of blending it. And then I put the sort of dark colour in on the sky. You can't quite see it now, but I did put a dark colour in on the sky just to pop the hillside out a bit and make it sort of stand out. You can see there. And just put some sort of contour lines following the hill, and then a little bit of pink just to capture the light that would be reflected off of that. And again, I did sort of similar thing to the trees. I'm not so sure if it worked quite so well on the tree. I sort of went in with lighter colours and blocked them out. And then I found that I was painting leaves and branches and things, which I didn't initially intend to do. Now I had this real problem of Artrage putting little blobs of colour where my hand was resting on the iPad. Let me know if you've had that same problem, anybody that's used Artrage, because it was quite irritating. And then I go in and put that final little bit in the sky, and that's it. That's my second image for the children's book. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, thumbs up as always, much appreciated, helps me out a lot. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I have lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.